What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to Kid Taj, and as you see, I don't have the traditional highlights that I've been doing the last couple of videos when I talk about up-and-coming young players that are going to be great in the league. I want to hype them up, but this video, I just have some park gameplay. I hope y'all enjoy this, but it's really about the podcast. I really want y'all to focus on what I'm saying, and I also don't want to get hit with that copyright shit when I put up highlights, so right now we're just going to do park gameplay and see how this goes. But, you read the title. I'm really high on the 2015 NBA draft. The guys coming out of this draft are fantastic. They look fantastic so far. And I'm going to cover why this draft is a draft for the ages. Before I get into this, I hope y'all would smack that like button. Please comment an idea for me to do a video on what y'all want to see. I'd love to do it. Subscribe, everything. Y'all know the deal. Let's get into this. So, at number one, I don't know why I said at number one. Actually, this is not really a list or like a top 10 list. But for the first overall pick, y'all know who got picked. Karl Anthony Towns has already emerged as a future superstar in this league. I don't know how this happened. He was a rookie last year, had a really good rookie season, but for some reason, everyone is calling him the next big thing in the NBA, and rightfully so. We haven't seen a rookie with a season like this for a very long time in the NBA. A guy that put up, 18 points, 10 rebounds, 2 blocks, shooting really nice from the field goal, and three-point range. He's got all of the attributes. He's very good all around. He's really a new age center in the NBA. He's like not old school at all. He's a jump shooter. He's an athlete. He defends. I mean, the guy really has the full package, and he's going to keep growing. He's got a great work ethic. You saw it in his first season, and he's just the first of many on this list of promising guys for the future. The second pick, D'Angelo Russell was picked. And now, D'Angelo Russell, a lot of people knew him for his name being thrown around in the media, just the drama going on with him and Swaggy P. Nick Young. It was an ordeal, and a lot of people didn't like that. A lot of people, felt that it was shameful of D'Angelo Russell to do something like that. And if y'all don't know what I'm talking about, basically D'Angelo Russell snitched on Nick Young about, he had him on video that was on social media, and had a bunch of stuff about Young talking about things with other women. We won't get into details because it's not important right now. We're talking about how great and promising D-Russ is. D'Angelo Russell dropped 33 points last night in the preseason. Now, y'all might be like, well, it's preseason. Well, anyone can do anything. Well, Russell probably didn't even play 33 minutes in that game. Preseason is where people can show what they've achieved throughout the offseason. And we know D'Angelo Russell, at least if you watch him in college, you know how talented this guy is, how much he wants to be great. And he's well on his way. I mean, if you've seen him, he's a better shooter now. I think his work ethic has increased dramatically. I think he's ready to shoulder a bigger load for the Los Angeles Lakers this season. At number fourth pick overall, Kristaps Porzingis was the guy everyone thought was going to suck. Phil Jackson was getting so much heavy criticism once this guy was drafted, and he proved everybody wrong. We all know the great story, fairy tale type thing that happened with Kristaps Porzingis, and he had a really good first rookie season. I mean, I think 14 points and 7 boards, a couple blocks. He was shooting the ball well. He can shoot the 3 ball. He's another guy like Karl Anthony Towns. He's a new age big man. He's really going to emphasize athleticism, jump shooting, defense. And that's what they need. We don't need a post-up scorer in the game anymore. I mean, teams don't want post-up scorers. Besides Boogie Cousins, there aren't really any centers that are huge low post presences that get the ball fed every time. I mean, it's just something that's going extinct, frankly. With a 7th overall pick, this guy might not be on your guys' radar. Emmanuel Mudiay of the Denver Nuggets. I mean, honestly, he's just not proved enough to be considered a future star in this league. However, him and another guy, Nikola Jokic, who was a rookie last year as well. I mean, guys, it's loaded, okay? There's so many good players here. So many guys that could be future stars. Cat's a future star. D-Russ could be a future star. Porzingis is probably a future star and future franchise player, as I said in my franchise player video. Emmanuel Mudiay, we don't know about it yet. But he proved that he can really be a point guard. I mean, he's got point guard skills. And you don't see that a lot, these days. At least not as much as you used to. A lot of point guards are score first, pass later. But a guy like Emmanuel Mudiay, he's going to pass first, he's going to lock up on D, and he's an athlete. He's kind of like a John Wall type of player. That's what you like to see. And to be fair, the Nuggets are going to build around this guy. I mean, they got him for the future, Jamal Murray and Gary Harris at the shooting guards. They've got Nikola Jokic down low at center, along with Jusuf Nurkic, who could play backup center. Those guys are there. They're building a foundation here. So he's going to be there for a long time, I think. And Mike Malone's going to have a great time coaching him up to being probably, maybe even a star player. So the 11th pick in the draft, Pacers took Myles Turner. Now, Myles Turner is a guy that just screams potential. He screams dominant defensive big man of the future. You saw his rookie campaign. This guy was crazy athletic, and he's smart. Like, he's coming in as a rookie that was not known to have any offensive ability at all, and he's knocking down mid-range jumpers like it's nothing. He has good offensive game and even better defensive game. This guy is so mature for what he is. Yeah, I mean, when you look at other players in the list like Karl Anthony Towns, that guy doesn't play like a rookie at all. Myles Turner doesn't really play like a rookie either. I mean, he's all over the place. He knows what he's doing, and he's earned himself sufficient minutes on a great defensive team, and he's helping his team become better defensively. So the next guy, number 13 overall, Devin Booker. I talked about him a whole lot in my previous video I did. Wasn't it yesterday, I think? Yeah, I think I dropped it yesterday. Devin Booker, I'm so excited about this guy. He's going to be crazy. I don't need to explain. I made a video about it. Y'all should check it out. It's in the thing. I made a suggestion thing for it, a card for it. Dude, this guy is crazy. Okay, he's going to go nuts next year and in the future. And I'll explain why. Basically, he averaged 22.5 points and like 5 assists in the month of March on good field goal percentage. He had a good-ass month of March. He finished off the season amazing last year. In the preseason, he's absolutely killing it. The Summer League, he couldn't play in the Summer League because he was absolutely dominating, babying people in the Summer League, believe it or not. I talk about it in my video. Please go check that out if you haven't seen it. There's a lot of good detail in there with highlights also if you haven't seen him. So, at number 17, I'm taking a little more subtle approach with Rashad Vaughn. He was picked by the Milwaukee Bucks, yes, 17th overall. This guy's going to get a lot of opportunity next year. And the only reason why he's on here is because of the opportunity he has. This guy's a really nice scoring guard. He's kind of like a Bradley Beal mold. He's got the shot. He's very smooth. He can play the point or the shooting guard. Offensive-based scoring breed of combo guard, I guess I would say. He's around 6'4", 6'5". Rashad Vaughn is pretty streaky as well, but he's going to get a lot of time next year. Chris Middleton went out with the injury. They need shooters desperately, the Bucks do, and he's their guy. The 22nd pick in the draft was Bobby Portis of the Chicago Bulls. Now, Portis probably isn't going to get a lot of minutes this next year. He'll get some, but he's not going to get any starter-type minutes because of Taj Gibson and Nikola Mirotic. But Taj Gibson's 30 years old. He's going to be heading into those down years, and even though he's very solid right now, he's not going to be occupying that position for all that much longer, at least that starting position. If Mirotic takes it, I don't honestly have almost no hope in Mirotic because I'm a Bulls fan and I haven't really seen enough good from him to consider him a good player. I'm really down on Mirotic. I'll make a video if you guys want to know about. I could go on a Mirotic rant. I really could. But we're not going to do that today. I think that Portis has the potential. He has the work ethic to be a starting four in this league and to be at least a solid player, solid starter at the NBA level. I don't know about being a star, but he could be something. So now we go to the sleepers. These guys, I'm telling you, someone screwed the fuck up by not picking Josh Richardson early in the draft. The 40th overall pick to the Miami Heat was shooting guard Josh Richardson. And let me tell you, this guy could have gone top 10. There were guards that got picked ahead of him in the top 15 that shouldn't have gotten picked ahead of him. This guy is the real deal. He's a 3-and-D shooting guard that can already do both things at an extremely high level. He shot like 45% from 3 last season. And he's injured right now, but when he comes back, he's going to be the starter probably for Miami. He's got... The team is rebuilding around Hassan Whiteside, and he's the perfect guy to help build around Whiteside with. He can be a really solid starter in the NBA and even a star if he keeps developing like this guy. You should watch this guy because he's the 40th overall pick that plays as a top 10 pick, lottery pick, whatever. He's real good. And the last guy, not nearly as much of a breakout player as Richardson, 46th overall pick to the Toronto Raptors. Norman Powell also showed some signs of life at the end of last season. I mean, 46th overall pick. Raptors are probably like, we'll just take whoever. They take Norman Powell, and all of a sudden, this guy becomes good, really good, and their playoff starter. Now, he didn't start for the entire playoffs, but when they opened up the playoffs, the Raptors had Powell in their starting lineup. That just shows how good he was playing. he was playing so good. He had such good of a stretch that he actually got the starting job over guys like DeMarre Carroll or James Johnson or even Patrick Patterson. I don't know if you play him as small forward, but Norman Powell was putting in work, and he's got a work ethic, and continues to improve. This guy could be big. That's gonna wrap up this video. I'm just really excited about the 2015 draft. I mean, there's just so many guys that we know are gonna be superstars, a couple of them at least. This draft is loaded. This draft is crazy. It's star-studded, and that's gonna wrap up this video. If you want to see an individual video about any of these guys that I could make, evaluating how great they could be, whatever. I already did Booker, so that one's out the window. Leave a comment, please, because I'll do it. And also, if you haven't already, please leave a like, comment a suggestion. If you want to see something, I'd love to do it. Anything could be anything. And subscribe. I'm out. Thanks for watching, y'all. Peace.